Okay, greetings from Rome, everybody. I just had the police come to my door a couple of hours ago, right after breakfast, early in the morning, to run my passport to see if I am legally allowed to stay in Italy. Now, I find that interesting because I was arrested in Rome 10 years ago. I was put on house arrest in another city in Italy as well. When I was put on house arrest in another city, a guy on Facebook was contacted by a lady that used to work at the Vatican as a nun, and she said, "Tell your friend to be careful." David already knew I was in trouble with the police even before I had a chance to come on Facebook and talk about it. I have been to Italy 3 times this year. I have never had the police come to my door. I think it's very strange. And Keith Green was big on talking about the Catholic Church. Matter of fact, he had a lot of Catholic tracts. And Keith Green said the Roman Catholic Church is not a cult, it's an empire. And the Catholic Church is not guarded by Italian guards. It is guarded by Swiss guards. It's an actual army, and it can only be by Switzerland. Why Switzerland? Is it possible because of the banks? The Catholic Church is one of the biggest businesses in the world. So I am a small channel. And I wrote my friend this morning that I was arrested with 10 years ago. And shout out to Pavel. His name means Paul in Czech. I wrote him and told him what happened, showed him the photos, and he said, "Did you cause a commotion last night?" And I said, "No, not really. Like, I hardly got any views, and I did see one cop, but it was not a big deal. And I looked around on the way home to see if anybody was following me. I don't think anybody was following me." And it's crazy because I was arrested in a blue and orange outfit 10 years ago. Yeah, orange pants and a blue shirt. But he thinks that it's recorded that I was asked to leave the country. Now, all the paperwork was in Italian, and I never talked to the U.S. Embassy. The other 2 guys that were American, they talked to the embassy. I just said, "I don't care, don't worry about it." We were in jail 6.5 hours. Not a big deal. But anytime somebody is arrested, it's not always the real reason for the arrest. Okay? So if you go to jail for preaching the gospel, don't assume that when you're arrested, it will be on the record they were preaching the Bible, telling the truth. Don't assume that, because some countries will arrest you saying you were a spy or you were a journalist or whatever, just to get you off the streets. I know from experience. So with that said, I don't think my paperwork said I was deported, because that day they just let us out of jail. I don't think they said you have to leave Italy. Now, when I was arrested in the Netherlands, I did get deported. I was asked to leave the country. but the Netherlands lets me come back and those kind of things. Now Singapore made it very clear, we do not want you in our country because of the stir that I caused there. So anyway, this is biblical Christianity. You will get arrested, you will go to court, and sometimes you will die for being a Christian. God bless you from Rome. I will upload videos, Lord willing, in a few days.